Welcome in Greyhounds fans, LJ Smith of the Greyhound Sports Network and Smith Sports Media. I have the pleasure of being joined by head coach Jeff Long of the Moravian University Greyhounds football squad. Jeff, thank you for sitting down with me ahead of our matchup this weekend against William Paterson.
Thank you, LJ. Appreciate it, man. It's good to be back.
Yeah, so some time away, opened the season with a couple of road games before finally returning home to Rocco Calvo Field a week ago. And let's talk about what the positives have been and things you can pull from the three contests so far heading into a matchup against William Paterson.
Yeah, well, I think the big thing, that we keep pounding away at and the things that we got to focus on are playing a complete game where we're able to execute and really seize big moments. I think you've heard me talk about that a lot. Is like that comes from preparation. When you have that preparation, you own that prep. It allows you to excel in key moments. Each game, had opportunities to win, right? You're playing three good teams and you take nothing away from them winning the game. But I think when you look back, it's finding the way to stack those where it's like, hey, you had an opportunity, we had an opportunity to go make a play in a critical moment. And now we got to keep stacking that and finding ways to replicate it and making sure we're playing complementary football. So it starts with me, and that's what we're trying to work for every day, and that's what we're searching for.
So building into this contest, you finally stepped foot on Rocco Calvo Field a week ago. What was it like to finally be on your home turf in this Team 99 season?
Yeah, I think it was awesome. Great energy. As always, that place is special, right? Like our home is a special one in all Division III. The support we get from the alums, the families, the fans, and the students are second to none. The setup, the nostalgia of it, it's always fun too, right? It's a great atmosphere. But the energy was palpable. I think gave some life early on, you know what I mean? And then now it's up to us to sustain it, right? I think that was the biggest thing. But it was awesome to be back, and can't wait to be back this week.
So starting on the defensive side of the ball, a lot of familiar names from the last season or two making some notable plays. And let's start with Aiden Lane and Clay Basile, Nate Carr, a captain as well, really stepping into form so far as we head into week 4.
Yeah, I think it's exciting to have, anytime there's some continuity there in terms of guys returning, but I think it's continuing to strain to make sure, hey, it's not just on the stat sheet, but now are we making those key plays in critical moments? And all three of those guys, they're no exception of like, hey, they want to do better in that, right? So it was cool to see them make some plays and things of that nature, but now we want to continue to do it in meaningful spots and making sure that it's able to help the team and help us get off the field.
Another name, Antonio Bowen, had a forced fumble this past week. So talk about that play and the energy it kind of provided to the defense.
Yeah, definitely. It was awesome early. Defense was able to get one out. Specs were able to get one out. So you're going to go +2 early against a playoff caliber team in Ursinus, and that gives you some life, right? We got to do a great job of playing complementary football, though, because we gave it right back, within the next 10 minutes. So we got to work on that 110% in terms of seizing those opportunities, right? But Antonio did that. I'll be honest, man. Against Rowan, Antonio had a rough day and, really challenged himself. And I think he had a great week of practice, and then it came out and showed, there was some great growth in his mental prep and then physical prep. Anytime you get a secondary player that can put his helmet on the football and make a play in the run game, right? That's a huge plus, and it only is going to continue to get better for him.